Let's start with you, man. This has been quite a journey with this character. Talk to me about what it's been like to go on a long road through 3 films with a character that's become so synonymous with your name and one that I know you cherish.
You're right, it's been seven years this day. Like I started the day 7 years ago and now it's like it's nighttime. It's time to go to sleep.
No!
Yes, sir!
I've absolutely loved playing Eddie and Venom and other people that you don't know. It's been one of the best things I've ever done in my life, so it'd be sad to see him go.
Collected 4,000.
Me go.
Callie, what's the first step when you guys start to approach a Venom film? Where do you even begin writing the story?
Well, we're always starting with the comics and the books. Everything starts there. It's always been about the Lethal Protector comics for us.
Take me a little bit through, as I said, obviously you're a co-writer of the story on this one, Tom, you're very involved in the creative process. When you guys are hashing out the story, what is that like? What is the process like in crafting a Venom story in the writer's room?
Well, I come up with these fantastic ideas. Literally, I have a fantastic idea. I've had 5 already just when I started talking, and I'm still having them right now. And then what I'll do is I'll talk at Kelly, and I'll keep talking until Kelly says that's enough. and then I'm like, yeah, she's got it all there. And then Kelly goes away and comes back with things I never thought of. But it's all formatted perfectly, and I pat myself on the back.
Something for the genius of Tom Hardy.
It's like filtered Kelly. My ideas turn into something completely different.
Is that accurate? Tell me, would you like to set the record straight, or is it spot on?
No, that's about how it goes. There are some drawings involved as well.
Yeah, I draw.
You're doing the drawings too?
100%.
Are you a good artist? This is something
They're illegible. It's like out of a beautiful mind. It's sort of like mind map, and arrows and different colors, and I just kind of, and Kelly just knows what I'm saying.
This is why it's a beautiful partnership. Talk to me a little bit about, look, you've been involved in film and TV in different capacities, but why was it important to be a creative partner in these films, as opposed to an actor? And that's wonderful to show up on set and do your job, but to also be a creative partner behind the scenes.
I think, I'm a face puller, so it's not really hard to turn up and pull faces. That's like acting is like, for me, it's kind of a mimetic art, so that's a craft in itself. But storytelling is super important from a nucleus point of view for many different reasons. If you're a storyteller, you're going to want to be able to do that. My aperture is through acting, into behind I suppose, the page or whatever. I think when you have an IP or a character as wonderful as the actor must understand, against the canon of the huge amount of lore there is within the comic books, all the way from Todd McFarlane to Donnie and Ryan, it's like you have this wonderful space to play, but also challenge yourself on the screen too. So it's immersive, and then obviously it makes I revel more in playing the character because I'm deep in the fibers of it, if that makes sense.
It does. Kelly, talk to me a little bit, and the audience a little bit about when we find Eddie and Venom in this film. How are they doing? How's this relationship?
Yeah, we find them where we left them at the end of Venom 2. They've been exposed to the outside world because of the massive fight in the cathedral, and so now they're fugitives and they're on the run. So The Last Dance is kind of a road trip movie as they're chased by people from our world, but also people from another world. And the longer they stay together, the more they realize that their being together is putting the whole world in jeopardy.
And one of the many things I've loved about these films is obviously surrounding Tom with the finest actors on the planet. And welcome to the Venom world, Chiwetel Ejiofor. So we can start to peel back the layers a little bit. I feel like for the last decade I talked to Chiwetel, you can never say anything about his characters, but now you can tell me a little bit Can you say a little bit about who you play in this one, Chiwetel?
Yeah, I play, thank you. I play Rex Strickland, and you know, he is a military man. He is incredibly stringent and forthright in dealing with these creatures and trying to hold this facility together. You know, we kind of work together in a way. We work in the same facility. There's a military side, there's a scientific side, which Juno runs, and we kind of struggle, I think.
We work together, but we don't agree about how we approach the work together.
We don't agree about anything.
Yeah, friction makes good drama. This is good. We should note also, and I think this room knows it, we've got a Dark Knight Rises reunion on stage here.
Yeah, but you wouldn't remember because we didn't work together.
I was like, who's here?
And I was in it very briefly, but I think also for me to be asked to be a part of this with you guys was something weird, because I knew how much this meant to me, both from the ground up and from where it's birthed and where it's gone. And so I think immediately, as an actor, being asked to come and play with you guys in a passion project like this was something I was pretty blown away by. I'm nervous as hell, but I remember Kelly saying to me, we have fun. And I was like, okay. And I think that's exactly what it was. You know, it's something really different for me, and I've sort of dipped my toes in movies like this before, but I never got to spend the time that I did with these guys on a movie like this before, and it was a lot of fun and a lot of learning, and I get to play the kind of scientific perspective, but with an absolute passion for things from the great beyond that definitely creates a combative situation with this one here, which was really fun. I mean, when you get to have these kind of scenes of friction with Chiwetel, it was something that I really treasured, and getting to actually work with Tom was very precious to me this time too, and our extraordinary director who handled this movie with such grace and made us all feel so excited to be at work, and there was a lot of night shoots too, and yeah, I loved it.
Yes. There's always this fascination, and justifiably so, Tom, in how you do this, how you work with yourself as a screen partner in these films. What is it, old hat by now? Is it rewarding in a different way than other kinds of acting? Can you give us a little sense of what it's like to act with yourself in so many scenes through the Venom films?
Well, it's good.
That's my coach right there. Eddie Brock, you
I
up?
agree with myself, you know, like a lot, and that helps. Like, when I go to work with myself, I know exactly what I want to do. That's what, if I very rarely fall out with myself, you know, not on stage. I think it's important to get the job done, and then I'll have a word with myself later on, you know, if I haven't, you know, done what I intended to do, and that will happen in the wash-up. But it is a bit old hat. I started out talking to myself as a child. Yeah, I still talk to myself. And the nice thing about now is I get paid to talk to myself. And I can be bombastic and enigmatic, and I can cloak my inner machinations in a huge visual effects monster. And but the actual process that it is quite technical. So I've got a lad called Patrick he's actually the voice of Venom, really. He plays Venom. I voice him, but he watches through the monitor, and Kelly and anybody else at the director's tent that wants to chime in on the microphone, I have an earpiece in, and we pre-record all of Venom, and then I have an earpiece in which I can hear Venom. Nobody else can hear Venom on stage, but I can also hear Kelly as well in my ear. So we'll be in the middle of the scene, and she can see me as Eddie Brock and hear Venom on the monitor. And I can. This makes no sense to you, does it? It's bonkers, but it's really good, right? So what happened now, I also have Patrick in my ear as well. So I'll be in a scene with like Chiwetel or Juno, and simultaneously we'll be doing our scene, and Kelly will be in my ear going, "Did you get the new sides for us?" And I go, yeah. But I can't respond to that. And I go, right, what's for lunch? We'll be doing the scene, and then Patrick will also play me music in between takes as well. So I'll be listening sometimes to my to Creedence Clearwater. So the earpiece is everything. It opened up a whole new world. I could get really geeky about this process and talk to you about it, but I just sound like I'm on the spectrum. That's for you.
We've probably heard about it for hours, but I do want to say, I mean, Callie, your journey through these films has been remarkable too, obviously, starting as a co-screenwriter on the first one, sole screenwriter on the second one, obviously now writing and directing this one. And look, as we well know, sadly, we're still not seeing enough opportunities for female filmmakers, let alone female filmmakers in the superhero space. So just talk to us a little bit about
This means a lot to me. I've been with Tom for those 7 years on this journey, so these films mean everything to us. And so I was really grateful to Sony for giving me the opportunity to see this one through from inception all the way to the very end, especially as the last in the trilogy. So it was a really beautiful experience, and I also really hope that it opens more doors for female directors directing male-led action movies.
Can I just say something? I've been working with Kelly since we were 20-something, which is going back a bit, in some aspect. And we started out trying to get our first jobs together. We didn't know each other until we were about 25. But I just want to say that she's super talented, super talented. And I back her 1,000,000%. And I just want to say how hard it is for a female director is one thing, right? But this is her first film. Okay? So when you think about that, most film directors will have a student film. They might have done an episode of television. They may have even done an advert, right? They might have done a music video. She's done nothing. Not remotely qualified. No, you're not. Okay?
It started so well.
No, but this is even better. No, that's even better, right? So when you watch this, not only is it something we really love, okay, we love the movie, we love the character, we pour everything into it, we care about it, but this is somebody's first step out. So when you see how epic it is, because it is, it's the best of all of them. It's come from us, and we really care. This is also her first ever movie.
Now, when we say the last Venom movie,
It's her last movie as well.
how definitive?
That's showbiz.
No, wait, how definitive, Kelly? Is this the last Venom movie, truly?
This is the last Venom movie. This is, we always saw this as 3 pictures, and we wanted to tell Eddie and Venom's story in 3 movies, and the arc for Venom and Eddie closes here, but as you know, there are lots of symbiote stories in the canon, so there's lots of places to go, and maybe even there are a few Easter eggs in here that might start that journey off.
I'm unemployed.
We've also, look, it's from the start, we've wondered Spider-Man and Venom, right? Is there still, do we still see a chance, even not in a Venom film, for those 2 characters to interact? Do you have hope for that in the future?
I would love to see Venom and Spider-Man, but who knows? Who knows
To
what
fight Spider-Man. I would like to fight him now.
Are you talking as Tom or as Venom right now?
Both.
Yeah.
I'm happy to fight Spider-Man today. We set some rules, you know what I mean? And in a movie, 100%. I'm well up for it. So I would never say never on this, but as Kelly says, we specifically were set up to create Venom and bring him to in a movie format, and that's what we've done. And the last dance is the final piece within that trilogy. We're super excited about it.
We're also excited that a lot of talk about Knull. What can we expect of Knull in this?
I don't know.
Now, this is just the introduction to Knull. Obviously, he's a massive character, so you could never do one and done with him. So this is just a little taster of Knull. We'll get to meet him, and then what the future holds for him, who knows?
Who knows?
A lot of teases, but nothing can tease the audience better than showing some actual footage. Should we show some? Is there anything to tee up here, or should we just launch right into some special stuff for the audience?
I think we should just launch right
We're
into
going
it.
in. Here we go, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my gosh, come on! Eddie Brock, you rock!
I like your purse.
Dude, I'm happy. How are you, man? No, jeez. He laughed. He chuckled when I said it.